Ladies and gentlemen, true basketball fans around the world, I've been thinking lately about how patience often defines the greatest success stories in sports. You know, we live in this instant gratification world where everyone wants results. Yesterday, but the truly epic sports narratives, the ones we tell our kids about years later, they unfold slowly, sometimes over many seasons. The franchises that can balance immediate goals with long-term vision, those are the ones that build lasting legacies instead of fleeting moments of glory. And speaking of legacies, has anyone else noticed how NBA front offices have evolved in their approach to asset management? When I first started covering this league, draft picks were almost afterthoughts in major trades. Now, they're meticulously protected, swapped, deferred, treated with the reverence once reserved only for established stars. It's fascinating to watch how the chess game between front offices has become increasingly sophisticated. In breaking news that puts the final punctuation mark on one of the most consequential trades of the modern NBA era, the league has officially settled the last remaining component of the 2019 Anthony Davis blockbuster deal between the Los Angeles Lakers and New Orleans Pelicans. Through a tiebreaker procedure necessitated by identical 50-32 records among four teams, the NBA has determined that the Lakers' forfeited 2025 first-round pick, now owned by the Atlanta Hawks via New Orleans, will be the 22nd selection in the upcoming draft. This seemingly minor procedural announcement officially closes the book on a trade that reshaped multiple franchises and delivered a championship to Los Angeles. The Los Angeles Lakers, 50-32, won a tiebreaker with the Denver Nuggets, the Indiana Pacers, and the LA Clippers, the NBA PR office announced. In second, third, and fourth place in the tiebreaker drawings went to Indiana, the LA Clippers, and Denver, respectively. This administrative decision finally resolves all outstanding components of the landmark 2019 deal. For Lakers fans, this news represents the final accounting of a transaction that proved instrumental in returning championship glory to the franchise. When LeBron James arrived in Los Angeles during the 2018 offseason, the pressure to maximize his remaining prime years created an urgency to acquire elite talent. General manager Rob Pelinka answered that challenge by orchestrating the Davis acquisition, though at a price many considered steep at the time. The Lakers surrendered Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, 3 first-round picks, and a pick swap to pry Davis from New Orleans, a package that momentarily depleted their young core and draft assets. However, the immediate return on investment was undeniable, as Davis and James led the franchise to its 17th championship in the Orlando bubble just months later, tying the Boston Celtics for the most titles in NBA history. What makes this final resolution particularly interesting is how the deferred pick option played out. The Pelicans possessed the right to take either the Lakers' 2024 or 2025 first-round selection and opted for the latter. This decision pushed the pick from what would have been the 17th selection in 2024 to what is now officially the 22nd pick in 2025, a difference of 5 draft positions that represents a slight win for the Lakers in retrospect. The journey of this particular draft pick serves as a fascinating case study in how NBA assets circulate through the league ecosystem. After deferring the pick to 2025, New Orleans included it in their trade package for DeJounte Murray, sending the future Lakers selection to Atlanta. Now settled at 22nd overall, the Hawks will make this selection next summer as the final tangible asset connected to the original Davis transaction. For Hawks general manager Landry Fields, this pick represents another building block in their ongoing roster reconstruction. Atlanta's willingness to accept this future asset in the Murray deal has already paid dividends through the emergence of young guard Dyson Daniels, who has shown significant promise since arriving from New Orleans. The 22nd pick gives Atlanta another opportunity to add complementary talent around their developing core. From the Pelicans' perspective, this final determination brings a mixed legacy. While the Davis trade returned significant assets that helped reshape their roster, the decision to defer the pick to 2025 and subsequently include it in the Murray deal now appears questionable. Murray's impact in New Orleans hasn't elevated the team as hoped, while Daniels has flourished in Atlanta, suggesting the Pelicans may have misplayed their hand in maximizing the value of their Lakers-derived assets. for Rob Pelinka and the Lakers. Front office, today's announcement effectively validates their aggressive approach to team building around James. While surrendering multiple first-round picks and young talents initially appeared risky, the championship banner hanging in Crypto.com arena justifies the decision. Even more remarkably, the Lakers have since leveraged remaining assets to acquire Luka Doncic, creating potentially the league's most formidable star trio. Industry insiders view the Davis trade as a masterclass in how championship windows should be approached, with boldness rather than timidity. "When you have LeBron James, you operate differently," one Eastern Conference executive told me. "The Lakers recognized their window and pushed all their chips to the center. History will remember the banner, not the picks they gave up." The resolution of this trade also highlights how draft pick deferrals can significantly impact team-building strategies. By pushing the selection to 2025, the Pelicans gambled on the Lakers potentially declining post-2024, only to see Los Angeles maintain their competitiveness with a 50-win season. This miscalculation transformed what could have been the 17th pick into the 22nd selection. A subtle but meaningful difference in draft value. For basketball historians and analysts, the Davis trade will serve as a reference point in evaluating future superstar transactions. The Lakers paid a premium price but secured a championship and set themselves up for sustained contention. Meanwhile, the Pelicans received substantial assets but have yet to advance beyond the second round of the playoffs despite the considerable talent infusion. As the 2025 NBA draft approaches next summer, the spotlight will briefly return to this historic trade when the Hawks make their selection at 22. The player chosen will carry the unique distinction of being the final direct connection to one of the most impactful trades of the modern era, regardless of their individual development or career trajectory. For Pelinka, whose contract extension reflects the organization's confidence in his management, this final resolution adds another positive note to his Lakers legacy. The Davis acquisition not only delivered immediate championship success but has since enabled further roster flexibility that positions the franchise for potential additional titles in the LeBron Davis-Doncic era. What do you think about how this blockbuster trade ultimately concluded? Was deferring the pick to 2025 a strategic error by the Pelicans now that it landed at DACA 22 instead of DACA 17? And does this final chapter cement the Davis deal as one of the most successful trades in Lakers history? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'm especially curious about your take on whether New Orleans maximized their return for a superstar or if they could have played their hand differently. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Your support keeps this channel delivering the inside scoops and deep analysis you won't find anywhere else. This is basketball history unfolding before our eyes, and I'm committed to breaking it down from every angle. Until next time, keep those basketball debates flowing, and remember, sometimes the trades that seem most lopsided initially end up defining championship legacies for generations.